Friday nights and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go. What you think of GameFaceHD videos about you, says Damaged Chef? I think it's really sad that people use me to make money on YouTube.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mark Goldbridge is back. You thought that was it. You thought I peaked after the interview. But no, you're wrong. There's more to be done, and here's why. Because you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, Mark. Okay? Just one simple click of a button, and that's it. No more of these videos. Job done. Link in the description below. The irony there is I don't care how many Twitter followers I have, to be honest with you. But still, Mark, you know, follow me there, alright? So that got me thinking, maybe I've not been committed enough to deserve this. Maybe he doesn't think I'm a real fan. So to win him over, I spent the week as a Mark Goldbridge Superfan. But first, let's see what he actually thinks of me. In order to do that, I created a fake identity. That identity was called damage_chef, which conveniently, if you rearrange the letters, spells out GameFaceHD. I know, genius. Nobody's ever done that before, rearranging letters. Alright, so I'm going to send him a message on one of his live streams, as I've done before, but this time I'm going to try and get his thoughts on the videos that I've made about him. Now, I'm obviously undercover as Damaged Chef. Man United logo makes it quite realistic. I've also made the text a bit sort of meh. What you think of GameFaceHD vids about you, Mark? Question mark. No capitals. And not even sort of coherent sentences, so perfectly in character here. Let's see what he says to this message. This could be awkward. £2 down the drain already. Make me feel good about myself, come on.
What you think of GameFaceHD videos about you, says Damaged Chef? I think it's really sad that people use me to make money on YouTube.
Wait, what?
And I say that in the sense, because I know someone's going to say, well, you talk about Manchester United. Yeah, I talk about Manchester United. These people are using my clips, 100% my clips.
I thought you were alright with it.
They don't do anything else, they just edit my clips to make money on YouTube. So, I think it's a bit sad, really.
This has backfired a little bit.
Oh, I've actually just mixed up with... GameFaceHD is the person I did the video with, actually.
Yes.
He's alright.
Thank you.
He's respectful and alright, but there are people who've never spoken to me and aren't like that.
Did I just hear Mark Goldbridge say he's alright? Yes, I did. Alright, his words about me. So, there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. He's alright. So stick that on your channel banner. And in your bio. Stick it in that Twitter bio. He's alright, Mark Goldbridge 2019. Thank you very much. We have that on my gravestone as well. He's alright. I'm sort of a 7 out of 10. I'll take that. I was genuinely panicking then for a second. My heart was going. I thought that something had happened that I didn't know about. Although it would have made for a better video if it was just him slagging me off, but... you know, maybe next time, or maybe once he sees this. As part of this fake identity, I also created an identity over on Twitter as well to try and incorporate myself not just into the Goldbridge fan base, but also into the Man United fan base as well. I called myself Ibrahim G. I don't know, I just put the G at the end, thought I may as well. And I'm also from Turkey as well. Don't ask me why, it just sort of fit what I was going for, really. I'm undercover now, alright? Now, my bio for this undercover account is, love soccer, massive Man United fan, and Ollie at the whale. It's just this image of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sort of riding a whale with a sword that I had in my mind. In order to make this profile look realistic and make sure it didn't just look like it had been set up for a YouTube video, I had to get some traction, I had to get a few bites here and there. So I started jumping on the trend of tweeting unpopular opinions. Unpopular opinion, in a few years' time, Marcus Rashford will be on the same level as Messi. And a few people went for that, to be honest, they were loving it. You know, 5 likes, 1 retweet, basically famous at this point. And what does every Man United fan tweet about? The Leeds Preston game. Yes, that's the correct answer. Supporting Leeds tonight because my ex-wife cheated on me with a Preston fan. People were loving that, obviously. My next goal on Twitter was to try and get the attention of Mark Goldbridge, so I was trying to get into the mindset of a superfan. What do superfans do? Fan art. Now, unfortunately, I'm not a very good drawer, so thought I'd, pass it over to the professionals on this one. So I went on to Fiverr.com, not a sponsored plug, although if you want it to be, hit me up. Give me a few quid and we'll see what happens. I went to Fiverr.com and I paid somebody from Pakistan to draw me a picture of Mark Goldbridge. Didn't cost me a fiver though, did it? £5.18. Alright, so, got ripped off there, for one. She needed the pictures to go off, so you know, I was going to send her this picture, but I thought, no, it needs spicing up a little bit. We need to add a bit more character to it. So, you know, 3 minutes in Photoshop, job done. And this is the picture that I sent to her for her to draw. And fair play to her, 2 days later, she sent it back, and it's a perfect piece of art. What more can I say, really? So all that was left to do was to send this picture that had been drawn and see whether Mark would, you know, interact with it somehow. Whether that be a like, you know, a response would even be nice. A retweet, just something, okay? Gotta get some content for this video, Mark. First tweet, nothing. Second tweet, a few likes, I'll take that, cheers. Then I sent it for a third time. Got some constructive feedback, I think we'll call it. Looks more like a spastic to pie, if I've got to be honest with you. Don't think you can say spastic anymore, can you? Even with Roshan's feedback, Mark still hasn't responded yet. I mean, did he even see it? Okay, so I thought it'd be time for a slightly different approach now. He clearly wasn't gonna, you know, respond to that. So I continued to brainstorm ideas. Oh, you can't say brainstorm anymore, can you? So I continued to mind map some ideas and try and get into the mindset of a superfan. What would they look like? How would they act? Then I came up with the perfect idea. Superfans always buy merch. Fact. Mark doesn't have any merch. So I decided to make my own. I've gone too far with this, haven't I? Way too far. I nearly went one step further and bought a little hat with him wearing a hat on the top of it. Then I thought, bit sad, isn't it really? Bit sad. The t-shirt and mug, perfectly normal, but nah, the hat's too far. I mean, when would I wear that? You know, sure, I'll always wear that Mark Goldbridge t-shirt out and about, but the hat, no chance. Having done a photo shoot with the new merch, I then decided to take to Twitter and see whether Mark would finally notice this superfan, this innocent Ibrahim who's spent so much time this week trying to get Mark to see one of his tweets. So I decided that I'd upload this picture, hopefully try and get his attention, and we finally did it. He dropped a like on the picture. I mean, that's as far as I can really go now, isn't it? Mark Goldbridge made Ibrahim's dream. Just a small boy from Turkey tweeting Mark Goldbridge. I mean, it was just me, really, from Leeds, but whatever. A lot of people will be saying, Ed, you know, how much did that merch cost you? Well, you know, costs are misleading. Roughly £15.76 from Vistaprint, you know, but that's not taking into account the money I'll make back from the video. So, you know, how much will that be? Depends on views, but, you know, upwards of £5. So, yes, it's making a loss on it. Yes, I appreciate that. But you're not looking at the whole picture. It's a long-term economic plan, okay? You're looking at it in the short term. So, expand your vision. My biggest annoyance with this whole thing is the quality of the merch. You know, that, I mean, it was the cheapest t-shirt and mug on the internet. That might have been part of the problem, but still, it was rubbish, alright? I'm not trying to slag off the work of some kids in Mongolia, or wherever it was made. If anything, I've funded your next meal, hopefully. Unless it's slave labour, in which case you're not seeing any of the profits. But my point is this, work harder next time, please. So I guess that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you dropping a like on this video. Obviously, it was a bit of a laugh. I did genuinely spend the week as a Mark Goldbridge superfan, though. That actually happened. I spent all week on this Twitter account called Ibrahim, trying to get him to interact with one of my tweets. Eventually he did, so, you know, at least that worked. I'd appreciate you dropping a like on this video. It's obviously took a while to put together. This has been weeks in the making, hence why I've not uploaded in ages. This has stopped me uploading my other videos. But anyway, I'd also appreciate you hitting that subscribe button as well if you haven't already, as we're trying to push towards 25,000 subs. and I'll see you guys shortly for another video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.